Hi everyone, welcome to Evolve and Execute with Rajiv Bajaj. Uh, our topic for today is logistic reimagined, automation, optimization, and what startups must know. And our guest is none other than Mr. Anantha Krishnan Janardhanan. He's an expert in logistics, transportation, automation, and data-driven supply chain management. And I'm your host, Rajiv Bajaj, Startup and MSME Growth Coach. The overall flow of the podcast, we will try to keep it as evolving as we always keep, and we will decode the disruption and transformation for today's business, which is happening in this logistic area. Our today's guest is a logistic maverick who's making automation a new normal in transportation and supply chain. So, Mr. Anantha, without further ado, I would request you to introduce yourself and then we'll take it forward from there.
Thanks, Rajiv. It's pleasure being in this program. And just to give a small brief about me, almost for 25 years, I've been in India working for, ideally, this is of IFM industry I was working with. But though I was with IFM, my specialization, my automation, all work happened in transport and logistics only. And there are few areas which we did in other areas as well. But transport and logistics is something very close to my heart because it gave a real active work. I was able to be active in this business. So almost 8+ implementations we have done in a big way. Where in one of the organizations it was like 1,50,000 employees were helped out and database being managed, and it was across India. That is one of the big service delivery that we did. It's with the procure to pay we made it. So it was from start to end. In between, we had all suppliers and driver management, vendor management. Everything was under the. It was a beautiful part. That was one of the big milestone that we crossed. Right now, I'm serving at Expertise company, which is one of the big organization in Saudi Arabia, and and we support clients like Aramco and Neo, Biggie's being our client, and we are continuing our service there.
Fantastic, fantastic. I think I'm sure our viewers and people who follow us will definitely learn from your expertise and your expertise, especially in fleet auto allocation and helping industries move smarter and faster, will definitely be useful for us. Mrs. Janardhan, I straight move on to the question round, where the first topic we would like to cover is evolution of logistics. What do you think is the biggest transformation you have seen in logistic in the last 5 years?
Yeah. To say, when we started, to say not precisely with 5 years, when we started in the business, there were days where we all use only Excel sheets. Lot of Excel sheet sharings will happen. It's like now, in last 5 years, it has gone into a situation where like bringing in mobile applications, that is giving more big transformation. It is big transformation because without a big office you cannot work. At least 10 by 10 office should be there those days. And now you need not have an office. A car is your office. That's enough. So to that extent it has come. So that's a big change, game changer.
Yes, yes, the world has really moved very fast on this. Automation is a buzzword. What does real automation do logistic actually look like on ground? So I'm sure it's not as rosy as it looks like. So Your
I
views on
agree. It
that.
is not as rosy as we think about. In transport automation perspective, there is an involvement of a driver who's completely uneducated or semi-educated. Now it's somewhat better. When we compare with people a long time, just 10, 15 years before, now there is an improvement. So um, managing drivers is a big task, and supplier who always thinks about their level of profit making, so there is another challenge there. So those sort of stuffs here and there, yes, we will have the glitches. um, if you say transportation is completely automated, it is something like we are calling something a myth. It doesn't happen at all. Transportation is getting automated. 90%, 90 to 95% accuracy you can expect. Right now, when it is on manual mode, not even 50% will be an accurate data collection. So data collection, the 95% accuracy that we can expect. That 5%, even now we struggle. It is a ground reality because drivers feel that suddenly they will start feeling they are being tracked. They feel that because drivers are your nerves. So whatever suddenly they start acting smart and all. So those cases are still there. You think
Yeah,
about automation, challenges will be from the drivers and the suppliers.
yeah, yeah. That's very
And the
insightful.
compliance documents, we will talk about compliance. 100% compliance will be committing to the client. Getting the complete 100% compliance, it will be like 95 percentage. Yes, that will be there. Even that people feel, suppliers will feel like we are closely behind them.
Yeah,
Those sort
yeah,
of challenges, yes, it continues. It will be there.
absolutely, absolutely. I agree with you. So, how are the companies using data to drive day-to-day logistic decisions? If you can throw some light on that.
Um, yes, there. Day to day, what happens is like in a manual mode. I'm just telling about manual as well as automation. What was happening in manual mode? We may not be having some data around it, or what is the projection we have to give. Those sort of challenges will be there. But the experienced hand will tell this season rain. The other season, some festival, whatever, they will be able to assess. And what will be the impact? Data only can do that. Now, what is happening is, for example, in India, you will see the entire India will be getting operated in a beautiful manner. But when it comes on Dasara, north part of India, it slows down. And last 3 days of Dasara, the entire India will be slowing down. So there is a trend. During Diwali, there will be a different impact. Rain in December. December rains are there. So when it comes
Yeah,
into state wise, you will have south states like Tamil Nadu, Kerala will have that rain impact. So when similarly, when you this is all geographical issues wherever you go, where you will see this everywhere, and this is a
right,
trend. This trend in this, what is the impact? Those data were collected, those data being used for project activating the business continuity plan for the companies here. So minimum deliverables being ensured at all times because of this. So client
right,
is well informed about this. But similar data, is it available there in other part of country? Yes, it is subjective.
right,
That is
right.
subjective. That
Absolutely.
is, at least it require bare minimum nearing to the automation. It require 3 years of data, 365 days information, 24 by 7 information for at least 3 years. So we will see something to say which trend. For example, in GCC, you will see during that Ramadan period, the complete GCC will be slowing down. So this is something we are seeing everywhere. You will see this, and UK, US, Australia probably during your Christmas holidays, December month, it will be slowing down. So uh, there is these sort of informations are very important in capturing. So now that AI is also coming into place, many companies who are really working on that, they are really able to manage these data. And it is enormous data. Without this, nothing will move.
Absolutely, absolutely. So AI is creating a lot of disruption. So smarter transportation and technology. So how do you, see that the fleet auto allocation work or all that stuff, and who and how the transporters or the people who are managing logistic can use it more effectively?
It's a really amazing activity. It is. Earlier, it used to be like whether you are traveling for two people travel or three people travel, we give one vehicle. That's it. And if even if it is going to be a bigger load or smaller load or whatever type, one vehicle will come to you. Now the scene is not that. Ola and Uber is also one of the examples in India. So, rather, we will say in this way: we first collect the information at what time, how many people have to start from X to Y place. So, number of people identified. So now, what is the category of that person? So what type of vehicle to be provided? So based on that number of seats, all this being calculated, and vehicle is automatically getting allotted to the respective vehicle. So there are cases like, we have come across cases like there will be special requirements for special people. So those things are also being taken as a consideration. Based on that, the system automatically allocates the vehicle that is already ready. So that is one. In the material movement perspective, and material movement is more sensitive because sometimes we would require cold storages. We might require hot storage or flask-like
Yeah,
setups. And so that's why we say we ask for first what material, what type of material, how, in what temperature it has to be traveled. So with this specification, we will have our fleet ready available. So it is not necessary that everyone should have every type of vehicle. Every vehicle is being outsourced. So the market, whoever is ready with the vehicle, they can get registered or they get outsourced with us. So immediately the business is getting pushed to them. So for you, the vehicle is available. The auto allocation, there's no favoritism in the supplier. So precisely, this auto allocation works in the benefit of the company who's on board. You are aware about that. There is an ethic committee always there in board.
yeah,
So for them, they can easily say there is no biased approach towards the supply. I mean, towards the suppliers. So it allocates as per the requirement, as per the availability. It's all auto. There is no manual intervention there. Unless or until there is some glitches in the application, the technical person will not come in at all. So this will
right.
add value for the ethics committee who's there, who are there in the board, and company is also known for that ethical approach. So this is something very important that we made it available in application. Predominantly in India, we did that. It's already available, very much available
This
in
is
every
very, very
application you see.
important. Yeah, yeah, this is a very important point. So live tracking is now common, and how can small businesses leverage it more strategically by doing live tracking of their vehicles?
Yes, so small companies, uh, it's a very simple GPS, which is now very common and cheap. We can make that, we can leverage the approach there. At least till they have some 50 fleet of their own or something like that.
Right,
So once they are expanding, then it is required to have a professional application, which will really help them. Till then, they can use their small GPS devices. Even driver or mobile GPS device can be used for that purpose. So it should be as simple as possible so that they have the feel also. They will understand there is some data around it. When they are expanding, they can think about how to expand and technically how they want to put things in place so that they are not facing any big impacts.
yeah, absolutely. So, how are predictive analytics and AI shaping the future of transportation management? You just mentioned about AI. So, how do you think it's going to change the
Yeah.
future?
Uh, right now, till now, whatever I have come across, the big data has not, we have not cracked to say. Um, Historical data of that place or that company, with that we are trying to fix all these days, all these 25. That is what I was doing, because we didn't have accumulated data. Now the leverage is uh, every company's experience or impacts, the geographical impacts. I have come across like places like certain areas, what will be the sensitivity towards the political sensitivity, political, it can be geographical sensitivity. It has been there, it is being popped up there. So those data will definitely help at what time, what it's like when I can do what. That is very clearly we can
Yeah,
make it. Somewhere around 90% accuracy will be there. So
yeah,
it will not, it will not allow you to spend or spend money. Rather, your money will get invested accordingly.
yeah, yeah.
Spending will not be there. That the leakages will get eradicated, or it will get minimized.
Right, right. Absolutely, absolutely. So I think the automation is also changing the whole scenario in a big way. And cost optimization and sustainability are the keywords and buzzwords in this industry. So, what role does automation play in reducing logistic costs without compromising on service levels?
Again, no, see, first thing, your services will be like, say, I have a small fleet, and you are having a different small set of fleet. So what happens? Um, we feel that everyone need business. So now the business is getting shared. The bigger company to which we are connecting, we will have back-to-back load, back-to-back pickups. So that is one of the prime cream business that business as a client they will be able to
Yeah,
make benefit out of it, because this side another 10,000, other side another 10,000. It's getting when you share it or do a proper back-to-back planning, so you get in just another 500, you will be able to solve the issue. 5,000, you will be solving the issue. So there's a big opportunity where we can use it on back-to-back services, um, having a proper assessment, like you have this assessment on festivals, festival
yeah,
time, how the trend grows. So all these trends also you will know where to have your fleets more parked.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Here we have this. In India, we see bus stands will be very populated during your festival. So, people movement perspective, passenger movement, yes, you will have that vehicle being parked there nearby. Even thinking about the prime markets when the seasonal movements of the shipment, so
yeah,
that, so everything connected. So it is all based on the those data. We can work out, place the exact number of fleet where we have to fix what type of fleet to be fixed where. So this information will be very much handy because of AI that is coming in. More they are coming in, so it is, we are very, if I say I will welcome that. And my research paper also with transport and logistics integrating AI technology. So that is also works out. So that's the reason I want to do more research in that,
that's
more work on
fantastic. Yeah,
work
that's
on
very, very great. So let's talk about sustainability. So, can automation in logistic also contribute to environmental sustainability?
Obviously, yes. No, just now I told you about this back to backs and all. So when
Yeah,
you do this planning, definitely that is impact your fuel
yeah,
usage, different type of vehicle, extra vehicle usage. Everything is getting cut down.
yeah,
But by doing that, yes, you are having a great saving of carbon prints in
yeah,
that contributes. Again, board will have another feather of saving carbon prints. That is
Very
very,
nice. Fantastic.
it's evidently happening in front. I think it is last
So
15 plus years, this carbon footprint saving is happening in a large way. In India, at least, it is happening in a large way.
absolutely, absolutely. And people are earning by earning from carbon credits as well. Yeah. So another aspect, and a lot of our viewers are from MSME and startup category. So I'll ask you some specific questions relating to that. So for MSME, just starting to digitalize their logistic, where they should begin, where to start.
First thing, they should start with their basic Excel sheets. Excel sheet, I generally don't recommend, but to start with, yes, Excel sheet requires. And what are all the probable data required? Everything to be looked at, right from vehicle departure, vehicle coming in, what is the load, what type of load being done. Is it, see, certain loads will require some regular, compliance certifications might require. So all those checkpoints to be looked at in the data collection is very, very, very important. So if
Yeah,
that is being done, first, if they have to concentrate only on data collection, as this business, what is it doing? So then they will be able to figure out how to proceed further. Then when the business is slightly expanding, then they can think about bringing in an application to set processes. So that is where it works. So it's a traditional way. Uh, Someone asked, I sent a vehicle. Someone asked this, I gave something. It's not like that. How it going? What type of request it is? Everything to be captured. Uh,
yeah,
and what time it is coming, in what month it is coming. At least 2 years if they are having, they will know December month what type of requirements comes in. So all these to be looked at. Even the fuel stuff. You will see in 365 days in the month in summer period when you are fueling, the mileage will be different, and during the winter the mileage is different. So all these can be looked at. So all these works. So all these data to be collected. So it is not one thing to collect. It is wholesome of data to be collected, and seasonal approach. What was the climatic situation at that time? All this
right.
to be captured. So generally, if they are capturing the data, experts like us, there are experts who can work on linking with the climate, linking with the mileage. Everything can be looked at. So that will be a big
That's
way.
that's very useful.
Everything matters there.
So, so what do you, what is your take on the startups entering the supply chain tech space? And what do you think is the missing and what's exciting? How do you advise them? Which areas they should focus on?
It is really encouraging that the people are entering into transport and logistics. This is a very evergreen business. Why I say that is any product you make, you have to transport to a different place. Any resource, any employee, any human being, human being must travel now. Nowadays, now the situation is must travel to a different place for some business requirement. It is nowhere going to stop, and it probably
Yeah,
might increase in future. So this business is a completely evergreen business. People must come in. But what I see is the missing out is they are just creating a competition. Creating competition, I don't think it's a healthy stuff, because they are also going to lose the margin, and people who are there in the market is also going to lose the margin. So that is
yeah,
not going to help anyone. Rather, um, the startups must think about some new innovations, problem areas. In those problem areas, if they are going to come as a solution, then they become a monopoly in for that solution mode. So always we should be a monopoly with some expertise on that. Some monopoly, something should be there. From there, they have to go on, and we should not stay with that, because you can't be monopoly for a long time. obviously someone else will be doing a better work. So
Yeah.
they have to go back to the school. They have to go back, and they have to develop the innovation. They have to think about extra. What is that new problem that has come up? Yeah, definitely, challenges are there, will be there, and every time challenges will be there. It was there, and because of challenges, we have evolved. And same challenge will be there. So evolving should happen with that. But coming as a another competitor, it was actually spoiling the market. I've
Right.
seen many suppliers coming in. Anantha started a travel company. Okay, travel. It's a transport company. Okay, transport company. What do you do? Same thing. What do you do? What is that charges? Anant, you are paying X value, and now I will give you further reduced value, 10% reduced. It
Yeah.
is here sounding good, but what is the difference? Where are we compromising? This
Yeah.
is the question we always have. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So now we have come to a stage where we'll ask you some rapid fire questions, and maybe you can answer in one-liners. So I think this is definitely going to enrich our viewers. So one logistic myth uh, you want to bust.
Mm, what I see is, yeah, I hear this one very frequently. Anand, you talk about automation always, technology always, but people are losing job because of that. Frankly, to say that is not the true fact. Uh, we all know that we started with LKG, then we got promoted in schools. Like that, when we come for a job or a business, definitely we have to go to the next level. It means I have to upskill myself and my organization at all times. If that is
Right.
there, no one is going to lose the job. We are going
Perfect.
to
Perfect.
expand. We are going to grow big.
Absolutely. So what's one automation tool you swear by or you will like it very much?
I have worked with multiple applications, Rajiv. But frankly, to say, I don't stay with one because I do not name it because everyone have a unique difference. Now it has become a competition, but yes, everyone has been a unique, and everyone new people whomsoever I'm meeting, even now, they are coming with new innovations, and it is convincing us. So
Yeah, yeah,
if we are going to name something, people might stick on with that. The exploring will not happen. You would have seen, probably whatever I have come across. I'm telling probably when you are coming across, you will have a different view altogether. Probably the application what you are looking at might be having better than something that I'm recommending, which
absolutely,
I would have
absolutely.
not come across it. It's big world and there are many people across globe.
I
I
agree.
s-
I agree. There
yeah,
are
it
so
is
many.
happening
There
in
are
that
so
range.
many. Yeah. So if not logistic, what would you be doing?
Network engineer. I started my career. I did my MCSE actually, Microsoft Certified System Engineer. I got
Okay.
certified as well. I went to one of leading IT company for I was applying for. When the HR was looking at they told Anant, you are a BBA and with MCSE, so I will not take. With
Okay.
that, I came out. And if you see, there is a base paper called networking. It talks about how a data packet is coming from server to the client, client to server, multiple servers, all this happens. It's
Yeah.
very similar to transport. So I stayed in transport thinking that I'm in IT. But being with that background, I'm able to think about how the system is working, what type of automation required. So I'm pushing that as well. So I'm
All right.
completely aligned with that. So,
Okay.
though physically I'm not doing networking, IT networking, but yes, mentally I translate all languages to that only. How the data is getting transferred. If even if if I meet a doctor, I will understand whatever he is telling in that network language only. That has
That's
become my
lovely.
language inside.
That's lovely. That's lovely. So, any startup in logistics space you admire or you like it very much? You want to name
Yeah,
it?
there are a lot of people like that. Um, One is Ola, the way they came in. Though
Uh,
they disturbed my business, but yes, they did a good. Are they continue doing a good? It's a question mark.
mm, mm.
Since it is a brand again, really,
Yeah, yeah. All right. Coffee or code? What fuels your day?
always coffee.
So,
Coffee is
obviously, coffee. All right. First thing you automate if stranded on a desert island.
yeah, it's a good one. I have read about drone with the image reading and all. I've read about it. Probably, if I'm in such a place, no, plucking the dates can be used like this.
Okay.
I will be able to experiment that. Till
All
now, I have not
right.
got an opportunity, but I can do that.
So, one book which you can recommend or a podcast which every logistic leader should read or hear.
I have come across a page called Let's Talk Logistics. In
Mhm.
LinkedIn, it goes. I always admire about it and the way they are coming in and a lot of innovative talks they do. That can be seen. They do a good networking also.
Perfect. Perfect. So you go to mantra in tough decision moments. How you handle the tough decisions in your
Stay
career?
calm.
Okay.
Stay calm.
Right. That's a very powerful mantra for everyone. So before we wrap up, one final message from your side, which you would like to give as a advice to the startup founders looking to build in the logistics space or supply chain automation space. What mantra will you give them?
Anyone who's coming as a startup, um, they should not think about competing with the existing market. Market is already fighting. It's not necessary. Understand, love the business so that we will know what comfort we can contribute to the industry. And keeping that in mind, if someone is going to come towards this business, it will be very great. So always we have to come as a problem solver, not as a competitor.
Right.
So that you will not have competition. You just have friends around your industry. You will be able to talk to them. You will be able to understand what is that they are going through. All this can be covered, else it will become like a rival. It will be rivalry. We'll be
That's
fighting
it.
with that. That doesn't make sense.
That's a very powerful statement, and thanks for addressing our viewers today, and thank you for contributing and giving very candid remarks on all the questions which we asked you. So logistics isn't just about moving goods; it's about moving ideas, innovation, and thoughts, and
That's
even
true.
economy
That's
forward.
true.
I think our listeners will definitely gain from the insights you give. And I would ask them to stay curious, keep evolving, and execute with a purpose. So don't
Thank you.
forget to subscribe our channel. We'll catch up with you in the next episode of Evolve and Execute. So thank you, Mr. Anantha, for being with us. And
Thank you.
we
Thanks,
will
Rajiv,
definitely be
and
in touch
thanks
with you.
all.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank
all.
you.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. Thank you.